Let's bring in both sides here. Morgan Ortagus is a GOP strategist and former former State Department press officer. She's also the national co-chair of Maverick PAC, which is a political action committee focused on getting young professionals into politics. Jehmu Greene is a former 2008 Clinton campaign advisor, a current Fox News contributor, and comes to us from the left. Well, more investigations. I wonder, is the nation up for that? What do you think?
I'm just shocked at how divided we are, and it's just on both sides we see just a disgust with Washington. In July, the Democrats were saying that Comey was, the best thing that ever happened to the FBI. On Friday, Trump was saying that Comey's the best director. Democrats are going
Everybody
after him.
on both sides seems to be upset.
And now on Sunday night, everyone's mad. Everyone's back mad at Comey.
Everyone seems upset that he asserted himself, and I've heard this from both Republicans and Democrats. He said, we have something we have to look at, which made everybody think, because one would, if the FBI director is going to come in with something, he has to have seen something. He has to have seen something. It can't just be duplicates and some personals. Well, now it's duplicates and some personals. Yeah, so I'm not faulting him. I'm just saying that's unusual. That's never happened before, and both Republicans and Democrats acknowledge this is unusual.
He didn't have a subpoena for the emails when he sent the letter. This is the third time in 6 months that he's injected himself in a national election. And I don't think that this is good for the American people. It's not good for either party. We need to be able to have faith in our institutions. And frankly, I think that he was put in this position when Loretta Lynch decided to get on a private plane with Bill Clinton while Hillary Clinton was under investigation.
There's certainly anything political. You can take this back to something. I'm sure Adam and Eve are involved at some point.
He was also put in this position because he understands the type of leaks that were happening at the FBI. But this absolutely begs the question of, if they could get through these emails in a week, why didn't they get through the emails before he sent out a letter that was so confusing and so misleading?
Well, we know why it took even this long now, because they ran the whole bunch of them through a dupe processor. In other words, which of these are duplicates? Which have already been handed over by this one or that or that? Which ones have we already read? And then it was down to this series of, they say, I don't know, but Director Comey says, series of personal emails, which they had to go back through the right channels, because everything in government has a channel, send it, bring it back, and go, we're clear. And that's the reason it took this long. Otherwise, it could have been done like that.
Conveniently 2 days before a national election.
Well, thankfully, it wasn't after and hanging over our heads, because I think a lot of people kind of wanted to know after he raised the flag. Now you're going to bring it down, you're going to let it fly.
He raised the false flag, and the Clinton campaign was very clear that this is not surprising, because they knew that there was nothing that was anything there. They knew there was nothing there. There was no beef. But I think ultimately this deprived the American people of both candidates going in these last few days with a positive message,
with whatever their message
talking
was,
about how to bring each other together. Now, it certainly should deprive Donald Trump of his last closing statements around this conspiracy theory and the innuendo that he's been pushing, but we won't see that happening probably, because he still is up with these commercials that are just based on lies and conspiracy theories that the director has come out and said this doesn't exist.
We have like no time because Trump ate up the top of the hour, but in general, how you feeling?
I think it's going to be a strong and close night for Republicans. Listen, I was one of those Republicans in the primary that wrote off Donald Trump, and to every Democrat who's doing that today, you do that at your own peril.
In general, Jehmu, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. There are 1 million volunteers for the Hillary campaign in this next 24 hours. 1 million people. They contacted 14 million people through knocking on doors and making phone calls over this weekend. That's unprecedented. That's how you win a campaign. You prepare for it. Like my mom always said, there is no such thing as luck. It is when preparation meets opportunity. Donald Trump looks at preparation with disdain. I don't think the American people are on board with a president who doesn't cross the T's and dot the I's.
That's political science. And that's what the smarties on television have been saying forever, and in your newspapers and on your editorial boards. GOTV, get out the vote. The Go TV game, that's what does it. Well, we're about to find out. Because one candidate said that's what we're going to do. We're going to organize, we're going to be ready, we're going to have GOTV, get out the vote. And the other candidate said, this is a movement. I have a message that is resonating across America, and you smarties in New York on your television stations and in your New York Times, you are not in touch with America. I'm right and you're wrong. Go TV, no. Movement, message, yes. We're going to learn tomorrow.
But it's not that the Republican Party is without a get out the vote.
No,
we have it in the Senate. We have it from the RNC.
Two different priorities.
Yeah, absolutely.